Oh, hey guys. Today we're going to do a quick fix for an issue that I kind of ran into when I was doing some data backup for my client because when she was doing her update for the Windows 10 update on this model here, which was the Asus ZenBook UM431D, the problem she was running into is that it was literally hanging and wouldn't go anywhere. You know, you can go through the repair process, it would just not boot back into the Windows desktop. So she had brought the laptop to me so that I can actually do the data backup for her, which I was able to do. So that wasn't the issue. The problem is when I was installing the new Windows 10. Installing the Windows 10 from beginning till end wasn't the problem at all. It was when the Windows was doing its own update and the driver update for this specific model of the UM431D. In the beginning, I thought maybe her M.2 SSD was probably maybe there was a little defect in it. So I said, you know what, I would do the reinstall again. So I attempted the second installation, but usually when you have a defective SSD, a lot of times it doesn't work in that type of manner where it like a mechanical drive would do. A lot of times it'll just get like a non-system disk error, boot error, or no system disk detected, or no hard drive detected type of error, or but I've never seen an issue like this with the Aces. But I noticed lately, because I've been getting a lot of Aces coming to me, I noticed that there's a lot of weird glitches going on with Asus models. It's not just the series, it's just a lot of other series where sometimes if you're having to do a Windows install, which if you do a look for other videos I've actually done, there's an Asus series. I can't remember the exact series, but it could be a ZenBook series, but it's just a different model. When you're trying to reinstall Windows, when you come to the partitioning table, your hard drive doesn't show up because if you actually have an Intel-based CPU, you have to install the Intel Rapid Storage Technology drivers from Intel. So you actually have to download that, extract that to your Windows 10 bootable installation flash drive so that you can actually install in the drivers before the partitioning table section where you can click on browse and install the drivers, the Intel Rapid Storage Technology drivers. You have to install that first so that your hard drive will show up. And that's another friggin' pain in the ass that you got to do with Asus. And the thing is, it's only Asus and Nitro, and Acer. Asus and Acer are the only two series I've actually run into that actually has these problems with the IRST drivers. But in this situation here, it didn't matter if I tried installing Windows twice, because normally with Windows, you don't normally have to really use your CD that comes with this notebook or go to Ace's website to download the drivers. The Windows update will actually install all the drivers on its own. Once you go to the view optional updates or view additional updates, those are the additional drivers that Windows needs to install to complete your device managers list so that nothing will show like a conflict or a question mark or anything. Because usually, once everything is all of the question mark or the exclamation mark is gone, then that means you've actually installed all of the drivers, including the chipset drivers for your USB ports and the whole shebang. So even though I installed Windows twice, I didn't have a problem installing Windows from beginning till end. It was when I got to the desktop and started installing the drivers for this board, and that's where I ran into the problem. Because on the first reboot, what it would do is it would just hang and not go nowhere. Sometimes the Windows updates can take 10, 15, 20 minutes, but on a new install, it really doesn't take that long. It might take 5 or 10 minutes tops, which I've waited long, but this was like you can let it run for half an hour, which I did more than half an hour. It won't go anywhere. And sometimes if the updates are not going anywhere, you can actually just do a forced shutdown and do a restart and it'll boot back into the desktop. But in this situation here, it would not go back to the desktop. It would continue on, it would just literally hang and not go nowhere. And then so in the second instance, I did the same thing. I thought maybe, I'll just let it run for a long time and hopefully it'll just go through. I went back to my girlfriend's house, came back home the next day, and guess where I was? The same BS. It actually gave me an error where system was not able to load, and I would have to choose to run a repair and other stuff. And I knew it wasn't the hard drive because the hard drive wasn't defective. Because the other thing that I did also, I put in my own Corsair tester, hard drive in there, like a 500 gig, an M.2, a 2280 series hard drive. Did the same thing and it ran into exactly the same problem. So And the quick fix to fix this is that all you have to do is just, you know what, go to Microsoft, download the Windows 11, which is actually better for this laptop. Because the thing is, with Windows 11, you don't have to install the drivers for it, because as soon as Windows 11 installs itself onto this UM431D series ZenBook, by the time you get to your desktop, it will actually install all of the drivers in Device Manager for you. So then the only thing you really need to worry about is literally just install your apps that you normally use, if it's TurboTax or other programs that you use, Office 365 and stuff like that. So as for the fix for this, just avoid the Windows 10 completely, because it was a big headache. And whatever this model is causing problems with, a hang up on the Windows updates or the drivers install and stuff like that, just don't even bother trying to running into the same problem, or giving yourself, like, stressing yourself over this, because the quickest solution for this is just use your flash drive that you had, that you created the image with the Windows 10, and just use that by going to Microsoft, or just do a Google search for Microsoft Windows 11 download. It will send you to the proper link. Download the Windows Media Creation tool. It will actually it will step you through in creating a bootable flash drive for Windows 11 for your system, and that's all you got to do. And if you want to boot off of this drive, so that you can see the your flash drive and use that as a bootable device, you can either press the escape key on your keyboard or hit the F8 button. And if it doesn't automatically pop up for you, so remember, just hit the escape button or the F8 button. One of those buttons will work for you. I hit escape on this model, and it went to straight to the boot options menu, and then choose your flash drive and just do the Windows install from there, and don't even have to worry about it. I hope that this helps you guys out. If you guys have any questions or any comments, just put them in the comments section. Please like the video and subscribe. And thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.